Have you noticed a lot of black people are moving to the continent?
I'm trying to be out there like Khalees. She about to have 300 acres in Kenya. She on a farm. She living peaceful. She out there with her family. I'm trying to be like that. I ain't trying to be here too much longer, man. I'm trying to put some stuff into work so I can move permanently to Africa. I'm gonna definitely, it's either Ghana or Kenya or possibly Tanzania or Cameroon. But which is my native land. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to move out there and be like her. Like she out there enjoying her life. She out there with the animals. She out there in nature. You know what I'm saying? She living peaceful as hell. She living peaceful as hell. You know what I'm saying? Got her businesses going, got her farm going, got her crops. You know what I'm saying? She got everything she need in Africa. That's where I'm trying to be. That's where I'm about to move to. So I don't shit. White people be like, "Oh, move back." Oh, I'm working on it. Please, I'm working on it. America is not my final destination. Hell no. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have this shit. Me, and right out there in Kenya, you know, on the farm. You know what I'm saying? Got my own land. You know what I'm saying? Got my kids out there. Everything. I'm trying to do that. Really, I just want to reconnect with the motherland. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want to be out there permanently with my people. With my people. Get our affairs in order. Buy some land, get some acreage, build our home, get the farm, and live peacefully. Live peacefully.
Grand rising kings and queens from Africa and across the ocean, welcome back to my YouTube space. Family, this is the home of truth, the home of Pan-African empowerment, and the place where we break the chains of mental slavery, one conversation at a time. Come back to my YouTube space. For those who haven't subscribed, please do subscribe on my YouTube channel. And for those who are returning subscribers, thank you so much. Now, today we are about to go to dive into something powerful. Black Americans are doing mass location to Africa. Black Americans are moving to Africa, and not just anywhere, but their focus is on Kenya and Ghana. And I have seen this. I have seen a lot of Black American creators creating videos talking about Kenya and Ghana. And recently, Kenya has been on the top line. We all understand about Ghana, why Black Americans were going to Ghana, because Ghana is the first country to initiate the year of return in 2020. And it gave Black Americans conducive environment for them to go there. But now, the question that we are answering today is why Kenya? Why Ghana? Why Kenya? That is the question we are answering. But I'm happy because right now, a lot of Black Americans, they have heard our plea as content creators, as Pan-Africanists, and they have decided, you know what, let's go and try. And even I've seen some of them are coming just to look, to, you know, they have come as tourists first, and then they will go back and come again in fully state. Now, before I break down this, I will love you to watch these videos of Black Americans. I will love you to watch these clips of Black Americans talking about Kenya, talking about Ghana, talking about why they have decided to relocate in Africa. Because as my prayer, I have been calling each time, come to Africa, come to the motherland. Because motherland is where you get the full happiness. Don't focus on the negative side they tell you on the national medias and this mainstream media. No, you may come, you visit, you see, you do what you're gonna do, okay? Now, let's watch these clips and then we come back.
So we've been looking into this really interesting trend. A noticeable number of Black Americans making the move to Kenya.
That's right. We came across this report from Al Jazeera English, and it really digs into why people are making such a big life change.
Okay, so maybe let's start with one of the stories they highlighted. Anne Marie Crawford, she's originally from Jamaica, became a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, spent years in the U.S., nearly 30 in Atlanta, actually. But the report says she started feeling, well, unwelcome.
Unwelcome how?
Like she was just there to work and put money in their pockets, was the quote used. And apparently the political climate, especially with President Trump potentially returning, was a big factor for her.
Right, that makes sense. So she decided to leave.
Exactly. Packed up, moved, and bought a home in Nairobi in a, quote, prime area.
And how did she find it there, the reception?
She described feeling warmly welcomed. You can imagine after feeling out of place in the U.S., that must have felt, well, pretty significant.
Absolutely. And it sounds like she's not Not an isolated case.
Definitely not. The report mentions Adila Muhammad. She runs a relocation service.
Oh, interesting.
And she's helped roughly 15 families, mostly Black American, move to Kenya just in the last year. And she says more are on the way.
Wow, 15 families in a year. That really shows some momentum. What are the big reasons people are giving Adila?
Well, fundamentally, it seems to boil down to seeking a better life, more comfort,
Comfort how? Like financial?
That's part of it. Adila does mention that savings and pensions can stretch further in Kenya, but it's also about escaping stress.
Stress.
Things like racism, police brutality, the intense political climate back in the States. People are just looking for peace, basically.
Peace. Yeah, you hear that a lot. And Adila herself moved there.
She did with her husband Lamont. They actually share their story on YouTube. And through that, they've connected with this whole community.
A community of expats.
Yeah, around 200 people, Americans, Canadians, Jamaicans, mostly moved there in the last, say, 5 years. So there's a network forming.
That network must make a huge difference. It's not just about the practicalities then. We also heard about Mero Narcissus from Chicago.
Right. He'd visited friends in Ghana and Nigeria, other parts of Africa, but he specifically chose Kenya.
Why Kenya for him?
His reasons sounded quite practical. Good roads, faster internet, moderate weather near the coast. Different priorities, you see.
Yeah, interesting. But it all points towards seeking something better, just defined differently. The report also mentions something deeper, right, about roots.
Yes, definitely. For some, there's this pull towards ancestral roots, especially thinking about West Africa and the history of the slave trade.
But they're moving to East Africa to Kenya.
True. And Adila made the point that for many, that connection can be felt anywhere on the continent. Plus, Nairobi itself has a certain appeal. Modern apartments, gyms, pools, conveniences.
So it's like a push and pull thing, pushed by negative experiences in the U.S.
Like generations of racial injustice, maybe growing economic worries.
And pulled by the promise of something positive in Kenya.
Exactly. Peace, opportunity, maybe just feeling like you belong. Anne-Marie even mentioned worrying about her house in Atlanta losing value. That economic anxiety is real.
That really brings it home. She wanted to sell quickly.
Yeah, and she felt such peace in Kenya. The report says she was actually telling her old co-workers, sell your houses, come over here.
Wow. Quite the testimonial. Okay, so we're trying to sort of wrap this up. What are the main takeaways here?
I think it really shows this complex mix, doesn't it? Social.
I went to Ghana last year during December with a group of friends. And I'm glad I went last year because the think pieces and conversations I've seen on this app about why Black Americans are going there. Okay, let me just give you my 2 cents because I haven't seen anybody say what I'm about to say. The group I went with, we are Black women who do not have kids and are not married. We're in our mid-30s. So that week between Christmas and New Year's can be just kind of if you don't have kids to contend with, it can be kind of an awkward, really chill week. So it makes for a very good time to travel because work also is dead at that point of year too. So we were like, let's go somewhere for New Year's. Ghana just seemed to be great. It's kind of got marketed because of the year of return. We follow bloggers like Demetria Lucas, who kind of made it seem like it was so much fun. So we were all about it. So we get on the plane, we go, we have a great time. We went with the travel group. When I read that visa application, I don't know how you travel there without a travel group because it asks you questions like, who's your guide? And I don't know. It was easy because the travel group gave us the information and filled out the visa form. With that said, everyone that we encountered that was there with us, there were like other Black Americans that were with they were all there with travel groups. If you go with a travel group, you are going to visit cultural immersion things. You're going to go to Kumasi, the slave castle, the slave river, the museums inside of Accra. You're going to do all that. So this idea that Black people are going there and not doing that, they're going with travel groups. Travel groups are having them go visit these things. It's just very simple. The other thing too that I think people are missing is that as Black Americans, people are like, oh, they're treating it like Miami and whatever. I get that. But there is this thing I think people are forgetting. When I got on that plane from Amsterdam to Accra, and 90% of that flight, 99% of that flight was Black, that was a beautiful moment for me. To be amongst Black people like that in a very positive, kind of fun way was awesome. And so I think people forget, like, yeah, we'll go out in Miami, you'll go out in LA or whatever, but you're having to always ask questions like, are they playing Black music? Are they going to have an issue that's going with a group of Black men? Are they going to hassle our Black male friends that are coming with us? You have to ask all these questions. And arguably, yes, you have to ask those questions in different places too, but like to go places where your Blackness is normal and have fun and go out, that is the appeal. So people are willing to hop on a plane, cross an ocean to go experience that. And I I will say, to me, that was a very unique experience that I loved, and I would recommend anybody experience that. The prices are going up over there, though. I will say that. I've seen that the prices definitely are going up. But I think that's the piece that people are not understanding. And you can also get culture. You don't have culture doesn't always come in forms of museums. It can come from restaurants and just sitting at the hotel bar and talking to somebody. You can get culture and learn about somebody else in less formal ways as well. So that's my 2 cents. I think it's okay for people to go to Ghana to experience it for those reasons.
As an American who just moved to Kenya, something I'm getting used to is time here is a suggestion. You know, when you say you want to meet someone, even if it's something serious, you say 4, they hear 7. You know, I'm used to, being late. I'm used to, in the US, Black people were late all the time, but not for like business meetings or like, here, Kenyans, you take it to a whole new level. And I'm Kenyan still. I was born here. Luckily, I haven't lived here as an adult. Hey, you guys are playing with time.
And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that people are realizing, especially in America, that we have other options. What's funny is that a lot of my friends from Africa want to move to the States. They're like, oh my God, I wish I lived in America. Why would you want to move here? But with inflation and all the things that we're dealing with in the States, I think slowly but surely people are realizing that it's not really the dream that they market it to be.
All right, my heart beating fast, my first steps on African soil. Oh shit, let them... Ah! Yo! Mother land, mother man. That's right, I'm happy. Oh, African dirt. Oh, African dirt. Oh, man. Ghana, Africa. Oh, I've been waiting for this day my whole entire life. My whole life. All of it. With my queen. Yeah. With oh, no. Oh, man.
I'm here because I've been to the castles and I saw the door of no return. And I realized that my ancestors must have made the statement that we will be back. And I am that wish, that dream, the return back to my home. Even though I've been away for a while, I'm here now.
Yo, as a Black American living here in South Africa, having a home like this was just a dream in America, coming from East St. Louis, Illinois. But I was able to retire medically, and now I'm here, what you call living a soft life. You understand? I'm walking through pillars and shit like I'm a Roman emperor. But yeah, for the amount that I'm paying here, it'll cost me like 3 times as much in the States. I get to walk the streets without being harassed in a white neighborhood because my police are Black.
The best decision I made, moving to Africa. Oh, they live in mud huts in Africa.
So you guys, I just restarted my life here in Nairobi, Kenya officially by signing a year lease in an unfurnished apartment. If you guys have been watching, you guys know I always stay in furnished apartments because I'm usually ready to leave. But I've decided that I will not be leaving Nairobi. I will still travel from time to time, but I will not be living in Nairobi. And this will be my permanent base. And I will take you guys along the journey to designing my new place. And we will have Troy, because you guys know Troy is actually really good at doing interior design. If you have not watched that video already that we put up. And he's going to help me design my place. I've already spoken with him. And you guys will see exactly what it's like to restart your life here in another country. And that being Nairobi, Kenya. If you guys are looking to come to Nairobi, Kenya, and you want somebody that is actually experienced and actually doing this and living this, that has made all the mistakes, that can tell you exactly what you need to do to relocate yourself, your family, and invest abroad in Nairobi, Kenya. You want a person with the right network like myself or like Troy. If you would like to speak with any of us to schedule a consultation to see what you need and get a plan set up, click the link in the first pinned comment or the description, and we'll tell you exactly what you need to do, because we know everybody here in Nairobi. There's pretty much anything that you're looking for in Nairobi, there's nothing that we can't find. Troy's been out here a decade. I've been out here almost 6 months, and I'm always outside networking with the many expats. That's one thing I love about Nairobi, is that there's a lot of expats. And there's a lot of people that's ready to do business, a lot of Kenyans that are here ready to do business. It's a great place to raise a family and to prosper if you're coming from America, and you can set up shop here and increase your wealth. So,
welcome back. Now, for generations, Black Americans have been disconnected from motherland Africa. And we all know why. Slavery, colonization, white supremacy, and forced assimilation into systems that were never built for Black Americans, because the American system was never built for Black people. The American system was built against Black people. But the connection to Africa, it never fully broke. Ghana represents one of the strongest historical ties to the diaspora. If you ask why, I will give you the reason. Ghana was the first African country to gain independence in 1957. And even after, and even since then, Ghana has been open to Black people across the world. Remember the year of return in 2019, 2020 or 2019? The year of return. That wasn't just a show. It was spiritual homecoming. And a lot of Black Americans went to Ghana. They went there spiritually because it is deep connected, okay? Ghana looked at Black Americans and said, come home. This is your home. And on the other hand, we have Kenya. Kenya brings something different to the table. Okay? Not only does Kenya have a deep history of fighting colonization, like Mau Mau uprising, but Kenya today is leading East Africa in development, innovation, and power. So, what has Kenya got for Black Americans? Ghana is for emotional and spiritual return, but Kenya is for future growth, technology, and wealth building. I'm not saying that because I'm from Kenya. I'm saying that because I'm from Africa. And there's a video I did where I was going from country to country telling Black Americans which is the best country for them to visit right now, for them to come and stay. And Ghana was number one. There's Kenya, there's South Africa, there's everything. But we broke it down. We said South Africa is half white, half black. Like still have the traces of white people. So it is not convenient. Ghana is so good. Kenya is good. Nigeria is good. But on all of these countries, each country has its own advantage. Rwanda has its own advantage. But at large, Africa is great. They will tell you that Africa has wars, Africa has diseases, Africa has this, but not each and every country in Africa is the same way they present. Africa is a continent, but we have states inside. We have Egypt, we have Sudan, we have Kenya, we have South Africa, we have Mauritius, Libya. We have a lot of countries. So, I will tell you this. Economic reasons, I'm talking about money, economic reasons, because when I talk, I tell Black Americans, come and visit Kenya, or come and visit Africa, some will talk about how are we going to grow ourselves? How are we going to get money? How are we going to invest our money? Because Black Americans have the largest circulations of dollar in America. So, they have the money. They ask question, where are we going to invest? So I will go into economics reason, and that is money. We have something we call the American dream. And for most Black people, the American dream, it's a lie. That is the reality. College degrees, students' debts, discrimination at work, low wages. So American dream is a lie because everything in America gets more expensive. So to Black people and even to some of the white people who are working white people, it's a lie. But meanwhile in Ghana, you can build a house with land for less than half the price of small house in the United States. Because, let me get my calculator. Someone was telling me, someone was telling me, you have to pay $1,000 for rent in US. $1,000, for example, in Kenyan money, it's like 135,000 shillings. 135,000 shillings, okay? Right now, if you have 135 Kenyan shillings, that is 1 month's rent in US, you add another 135 Kenyan shillings. So if you have $2,000, you can get a land. $5,000, you can get a big land. $10,000, you can get bigger land. So if you have $10,000, that's like more than 1 million Kenyan shillings, you can get like an acre of land, okay? And on that money, you can get a half or a quarter an acre and you still build. It's so hard to get $1,000 while in Kenya or while in Africa. So if a black American come here and invest wisely, he can get rich by a blink of an eye. Black Americans are setting up communities in Accra, Cape Town and Kumasi, and they're starting farms, real estate businesses and tourism companies and restaurants. And Kenya, let me tell you something about Kenya. Nairobi is the tech capital of East Africa. I don't call it Silicon Savannah for no reason. Tech companies are booming. Startups are everywhere. And young innovators are building the future. So, black Americans in tech, listen to me. Black Americans in tech, listen to me. You don't have to beg for recognition in Silicon Valley anymore. Now, bring your talent to Nairobi. Bring your talent to the motherland, where you have the same people looking like you. All of you. You are black people. All of you are getting same treatment. Here, all of you, there is no racism. There's no discrimination. There's no who is who. Bring your tech talent here. It's not just about surviving anymore right now. It's not about just surviving. Black Americans, now it's about thriving. And you can get examples from the black Americans who have come to Nairobi, who have come to Kenya, who have come to Ghana, who have come to the motherland. They will tell you. If it's Senegal, the best place. If it's Burkina Faso, they will tell you. Now, we cannot talk about money only because money is not the solution of everything. You can have money, but they don't respect you. So I will talk about respect because in America, no matter how much you earn, no matter how talented you are, racism does not care about who the hell you are. You can be filthy rich, but racism catch up with you. So the system is designed to remind you every single day that they don't see your full humanity. They don't see your richness. They don't see your talent. As long as you don't give something back to the system, racism catch up with you. Now, in Ghana, when you land there, you will hear that beautiful word like Akwaba. You get me? That's in Ghana, meaning welcome. Akwaba. Those are Ghanaians. And they see you, they respect you as black American. Okay? And in Kenya, you will hear something like Karibu sana, karibu kwa nchi yetu. Meaning that you are very welcome. And that alone can break the emotional chain of generation of disrespect. You come to Kenya, we take you with both hands. We care for you as our own. That's how it is. Ask the black Americans, ask the Caribbeans who are here in Kenya. They will tell you. So, family here is another reason why black Americans are moving to Kenya and Ghana and Africa, and why you as a black Americans, you should come, why you should visit. Family. We are all one family. I know black Americans are tired of trauma, are tired of police shooting, tired of protests that don't change anything, are tired of watching black children being criminalized in schools, are tired of raising children in neighborhoods that get gentrified and stolen. You see? Moving to Africa is not just about economic achievement. It's not just about money and everything. Moving to Africa is more than just opportunity. It's about the healing. It's about the respect, about the humanization. Being human again is not just about monetary opportunity. And I think mental health experts have to say something about this, or maybe they have said something about this. Black people or black Americans need spaces of peace. Black people need spaces where they can breathe, spaces where they don't have to explain why their life matters, spaces where when they enter a room, nobody notices that you have entered, a black person have entered. When you enter a room, you are all there. That, CEO is here, secretary is here. It's not that about, see that black person is here, okay? And when you step to African soil, the healing begins. I know I sound crazy to some of black Americans. I know I sound a little bit off to some of black Americans, especially those who they don't buy, or those who have already buy the narrative and the lies they have been sold. I know I sound crazy. But if you are Black American and you have seen positive side of Africa, or you have visited Africa, you have visited Kenya, you have gone to Ghana, or your friends have come here and they have said something, tell them in the comment section. I read a comment on my video. One FBA said this: I don't want to go to Africa where electricity goes on and off each time, where there's poor roads, where there's no this, where there's no... Come on. I'm sorry I used that word, come on, but where have you read, or who told you that the electricity goes on and off in all of Africa? Who told you that there's bad roads in all of Africa? I have a channel called Eye of Africa. I want you to go there. I walk. I show places. See how it is beautiful. Electricity is here. It's not everywhere that we don't have electricity. So just don't buy the lies. Okay? Don't buy the lies. Now, we talked about healing, but it doesn't stop on personal healing alone. It's also about legacy. When I talk about legacy, it's about what you are building for your children, children's, and your children's. And that is the mindset shifter that we are seeing right now. Black Americans are buying land. There's a rapper from a Black American rapper have bought 300 acres of land in Kenya. And Black Americans are starting schools. Black Americans are creating generational wealth here in Africa. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind because of the narrative you are being told and stereotypes and the lies are being sold to you. This is Pan-Africanism in actions. The Black Americans who are coming back to Africa and doing these things, building, buying lands, creating generational wealth. It's about the Pan-Africanism in action. It's not just talking about unity, but we are building the unity. And this is what Marcus Garvey talked about. This is what Malcolm X was pushing for before they took him out. So you are not doing something bad for you coming to Africa. Even if Marcus Garvey was here, Malcolm X was here, I know, we all praise them, but this is what they wanted. They wanted you to come back to the motherland. They wanted you to come back to Africa. And this is what Kwame Nkrumah dreamed of when he said that Africa must unite. It's happening right now. And be part of it. Don't be part of the FBAs or Black Americans who are like, why can't we go? America is ours. America is your land as a Black American, but it's a land that never wanted you, or they never want you. But we have Africa fully wants you. And right now in America, you got everything. You know the deals. You know the chwams. We call it the paths. You know how to go around and come around the colonizer. Okay? So let this video be an eye-opening to you. Let this video be positive to you. Don't always think of negative. Please, I'm begging you. Now, here's what I want you to understand clearly. Why are Black Americans specifically mostly coming to Kenya and Ghana? Number one, Ghana is spiritual. You visit the slave castles, you walk through the door of no return, and you reclaim your identity. In Kenya, it's strategic. Kenya, if you are thinking about business and global markets, Kenya is calling you big time. That is the reality. Ghana is about spirituality, reclaiming your identity, and everything. Kenya is about building generational wealth. I'm not saying that in other countries in Africa, you don't do that. You do that. But top priority, the Black Americans who have come in Africa and visited, they chose these two countries. They chose Kenya, and it is giving. It's giving. So both countries, Kenya and Ghana, they speak English. Both countries are thriving, and Black Americans community are already there helping each other. Now, both countries, most importantly, they have vision for the future of Black global unity. That is the reality we need to talk about. Now, I will not leave here before I say something about the lie you hear, the lie you see, the lie they have been talking about. You are going to face challenges in Africa. That is reality. You are going to face challenges. Number one, cultural difference. That's what you're going to face. Learning new languages, understanding new systems. And yes, sometimes even local might not fully get your journey at first, might not understand your journey at first. That is the reality. But you have been overcoming challenges your whole life. Deeper challenges than the one you are going to face or you are coming to face in Africa. And this ain't new. The difference of these challenges is the reward is ownership. Here in Africa, here in Ghana, here in Kenya, the reward of the challenges you are going to face is ownership. Respect, community, family, and peace. That is the reward of the challenges. We all know the challenges black people, black Americans face in America, what is the reward? Protest after protest after protest. New policies, new government, new policies. You go round, fighting for the same thing. Now, I will say this. This is bigger than just Kenya and Ghana. This is about building black global unity. And I've been talking about this for so long. South Africa, Tanzania, Nigeria, Kenya, Senegal, Sierra Leone, all these countries across Africa are standing to welcome the diaspora home. Very true. And black Americans, most of them are now realizing, that they have something that America never truly gave to them. They have something, and this something is a home. A home. Not a borrowed space, not temporary acceptance, but a home. When I talk about a home, it is powerful, it is beautiful, and it is just the beginning. So, we are living in historic time. We are living at a time where black people are uniting. Black Americans are not just running away from America. Black Americans are not just running away from American problems. Black Americans are not cowards. They are just running towards Africa's future. They are building, they are healing, they are connecting. And my message to you watching this video right now is very simple and clear. Your skills are needed, your presence is welcome, and your future could be on African soil. I've used the name could be on African soil. So let's build together, let's heal together, let's rise together. What do you think of the comment section? I know we have different comments. I know we have different perspective about this topic, but black Americans are doing mass moving to Africa, and you need to be part of the journey. Until next episode, peace out.